YouTube, what is going down, man? I am back at y'all boys again with another video, man. And look, the leaks, they're coming out slowly but surely, man. They're not coming out extremely fast, but we're getting enough to know we can expect on Wednesday, man. Now, in my video yesterday, I let you boys know that, look, 2K has a new MyPlayer builder out, and the information about this new MyPlayer builder was coming out everywhere, bro. But one person that was dropping nothing but bangers when it came to this MyPlayer builder was Pretty Loves Pink, man. Now, if you go to Reddit, they have a whole article of basically Pretty Loves Pink going down and using what do you call that, and doing the character selection screen. I don't know why my mind just went blank right there, but you know what I'm saying. So this is what we're going to use for reference. So if you see me talking like I know something, I don't know a damn thing. I'm going directly from this Reddit article. Now, words is cool, seeing her describe it is cool, that's fine and dandy, but like I tell y'all all the time, I'm a visual person. I much rather see it than you tell me about it. And last night we got to see it. It leaked. Now, not the whole thing, because in the Reddit article that we are going to use for this video, there are 4 screens. On this one, this is only one screen, so it's only one part of the story. If it's as deep as the other people say that it is, you cannot get a story about the whole MyPlayer builder based off of one screenshot. But we can get a good idea on how this thing is going to be like. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you boys know what the MyPlayer builder is going to be like, as well as providing the screenshot. So I don't know if I've already put them on the screen. If I haven't, this is the new MyPlayer builder, or one of the screens. Matter of fact, based off of the Reddit article, this is the second screen. Now, before you can even know what's going on in the second screen, you need to know what happened in the screen prior to this, right? So in the screen prior to this, this is going to be the first screen when you get into the game. Now, in this screen from the Reddit article, from what I gathered, this is going to be the screen where you pick your player's position, right? So your centers, your small forwards, your shooting guards, your point guards. They said 2 new, which is completely weird. Like, unless I fell asleep and woke up, what are 2 new things? I don't know. Maybe you got tweener builds, or like a dude he's not just a small forward. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the 2 new are, but that's not really important right now. But what is important on this screen, you're also going to pick your player's sit play style. Now, whatever you pick on the screen does not define your player, but it does limit what your potential in certain attributes will be. Like, for an example, they said in the Reddit article, whatever she picked on this screen for one of them limited her 3-pointer on the second screen to only a 51. So whatever you pick on this screen is going to determine what your total max is on the next screen. So now that we have that out of the way, now we can talk about the actual screenshot and what we are looking at. Now we can actually get into the nitty gritty. Now I can tell y'all what we looking at in the screenshot. Now, if you paid attention to what I said in the previous screen, now this one is starting to make a lot more sense, man. So with the second screen, this is going to be where you determine what your player plays like. So after whatever you pick on that first screen, you're going to have a set number of points. Now, Pretty Loves Pink has said multiple times she has somewhat around 430-ish points. Matter of fact, I was in her Twitch stream the other night, and she actually even said a certain amount. So I'll go ahead and put that clip up right now.
Man, 2K20 got to be so lit, y'all. Y'all gonna love it, man. Y'all gonna be like, this is the best 2K ever, bro. When y'all see that MyPlayer builder screen, you're gonna be like, bro, I can make whatever I want. And you start off with 435 attribute points. And that, like you can, like, max your, like, I think my defense was up, like, all the way on my 3-level scorer. You start off as a 60, though.
So in that clip, as you guys can see, she obviously said that she had 435 points to upgrade her player. And now we can see what's happening in this screenshot right here. So in this screenshot, whatever the person picked in the first screen, now it's time for you to put whatever you want your player potential maxes to be for certain attributes. So as you can see, let me go ahead and pull this up right here. My bad if y'all see me looking away. So as you can see in this screenshot, the dude decided, whoever was deciding to make this player, whatever they pick, they can potentially have up to a 93-pointer, a 94, or 89. They're putting all of these things up to whatever they want their player to potentially play like. But pay attention to the post hooks, because with the post hooks, he hasn't put anything on them, but you see that gray straight line in, like, somewhat in the middle of that, that's going to be the max. Now, even though he hasn't put anything on that, if he decides to put something on it, let's call it a 65 overall, for an example. He can only, depending on what he picked in the screen previously, he can only put his post hooks up to a 65, if that makes sense, right? So also you can look down at post control, for an example. Post control give us another one. So whatever he picked previously, is deciding that his post control is going to be actually be a decent amount, because as you can see, that thing is about what, 80% fill. So maybe he can get what, I don't want to say at 80 because it's already at a 50, but maybe he can get what, a 70 post control, for an example. Also, one more thing that we need to know is based on what you picked from the previous screen, this is also going to determine what those gray numbers on the left are going to be. So for an example, as you can see, this dude, whatever he decided to make, he started off with a 60 shot close. That's not going to be the same for everybody. That's definitely going to depend on what you're going to be picking for your position and for your set play style / archetype, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, also in the screenshot, you can see how things are broken up into different categories, right? So remember that is really important for the next screenshot that I don't know if I'm having it on the screen or I don't know if I'm going to show it later. But the next screenshot, that is important. So with the finishing, you see how they have shot close, driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk, and post hook. Now onto the shooting. The shooting has mid-range shot, 3-point shot, free throw, and post fade. Your playmaking is your pass accuracy, your ball handling, and post control. And on defense, you have your interior defense, your perimeter defense, your lateral your lateral quickness, your steals, and your blocks. Now, this is important because whatever you put on this is going to decide with the next screenshot, it's going to decide what kind of badges you are going to get. Now, so with the way that this person has decided to spend their attribute points from whatever they got from this first screen, you can tell that they put a lot on driving, finishing, and they put a lot on playmaking, right? So once you actually start to look at their badge upgrade, they can potentially get more driving badges and they will get more playmaking badges. So now, if we're going based off of other 2Ks, this is definitely a playmaking slasher. And you can tell with the kind of speed that this player has in his acceleration invert, this is a guard playmaker slasher that we're looking at in this build. Now, I really can't tell that for sure, especially with the archetypes having different names, but this is definitely looking like a guard playmaker slasher, and he has the potential of getting 21 badges. Now, also in the article, I'm kind of confused on this one, so don't take my word from it, but I don't think that these are badges that he can I don't think that these are badges that he can get. I think these are badges that he can potentially upgrade on the next screen that he's going to go to, right? So back to what I was saying, you see how he gets 21 finishing, 13 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 4 defensive. If you go back to the first screenshot that I've showed on the screen, that is based off of how much he put on those certain things. Now, for anybody wondering, if you're wondering how the speed is going to be decided in the acceleration, in the Reddit article, again, I'm letting y'all boys know I'm getting all of my information from the Reddit article. These things are going to be decided by your player's height and things like this. So choose wisely. Whatever you pick, choose wisely. I'm letting y'all know that now. Don't make a player that's too big and you're a guard because you're going to be extremely slow. But with this player with a 95 speed, I'm pretty sure they definitely have I'm pretty sure this player got to be like somewhat, maybe 6'3" and below, because if it's anything higher than that, 2K, that's going to be a problem. But that's basically really it. Now, there are 2 other screens after this, and we can kind of elaborate on that, but we don't really have any kind of visual representation for me to walk y'all through that. So after you finish with this screen, you're going to be greeted with a 3rd screen, and that 3rd screen is going to tell you based off what you pick from the 2nd screen. That's going to give you like a play style. So let's say, for an example, with this player, they'll tell you you kind of have a Russell Westbrook style of player, basically, right? So that's going to be the 3rd screen. And then with the 4th screen, that's where you're going to actually pick your badges and things like that. Now, in a Reddit article, they give us the name of some badges, especially some of the new badges, some things like Cut Shooter, Green Machine, Ice in My Veins, and Steady Shooter, for an example, right? So that's basically how the character creator is going to be in the new NBA 2K. And I really want to know, what do y'all boys think about that thing, man? Look, I don't know what I'm going to make now, because look at the stats for this playmaking slasher. We're going to call this build a playmaking slasher, right? Fam, he has some pretty decent stats. Yes, his 3-pointer is a 64. I wouldn't make this build for the 3-pointer alone. But let's say, for an example, if you look at the badges, right? He only has 4 defensive and rebounding badges. But if you look at his defensive and rebounding stats, they're not bad stats. He has a 52 for the interior defense, but he's a guard. You're not really going to have too much good interior defense. But his perimeter defense is a 76. It's not the best, but you can get busy with a 76. His lateral quickness is the biggest thing that's drawing me back with that 73. But look at the steals, a 77 steal. Now, look, if you've been following the community, they said steals in the next game are easier. I could get busy with a 77 steal. You know what I'm saying? So look, this build can't shoot, but it's a decent build. Look at the playmaking. You can speed boost with this build, a 92 dribbling. Now, once you look at the drive and finishing, that's going to be a problem. I'm sorry, a 89 driving dunk. Posterizers. Come on. Look at your driving layups. A 94 and your shot close is a 90. Imagine with this build if you get like quick first step and giant slayer. This is kind of looking like a decent build now. Now, like I said, first of all, I don't know why I'm pretty sure they was just putting stuff up to put it up. I don't know why you're gonna put up an 84. I'm sorry, I don't know why you're gonna put up an 81 for your post fade. I don't, maybe that's your play style. You're trying to go for a Kobe style of build. I don't really know, you know what I'm saying? But I would never put that up. But if you don't care about shooting, this build like it's gonna be dominant with a 94 speed. A 94, y'all not hearing me. A 94 speed, 92 dribbling, and a 89 dunk. 94 dunk. That's all I really got for y'all boys. This is a good visual representation of the MyPlayer builder and things like that. That's all I got for y'all boys. Make sure that y'all like, subscribe, hit those notifications. You can join the gang. My name is Trey. We are on the road to 50K, incredibly close. But I messed up so many times in this video, I don't even want to do a longer outro. So yeah, we out.